Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing? 19th April over here. We have just got to make sure the systems are up and running here today. All right, you are on mute. Oh, good morning, good morning. Let's do this once again. How's everyone doing? All right, beautiful, beautiful. We have people coming in Zoom session. We got people coming in the Gulag over here. All right, beautiful. Man, I was looking at the charts today and was looking at gold. Gold finally tapped 1788, 1789, and looks like it's on its way further on now. So we're going to do some breakdowns here pretty soon. So just by looking at gold here, first of all, it's still bullish at this point, right? It's extremely bullish at this point. Let's take a look to the left-hand side, see where it can move up to. And when we move on to the left-hand side, the only thing we can identify on gold is that the next resistance possibly is at 1795, and then after that we have another zone at 1801, 1800. So 1795 could be a very, very good target for gold today in the New York session if we do continue moving bullish. So let's take, because like look, this is the area where we had our first stop over here, 1788. So we're going to go towards the current price action here, look at the 30-minute time frame, and this is where we want price to kind of like, break the highs above 1790 for price to be able to like, continue on towards 1794 and 1795. So currently, let's remove this zone from here and create a better zone right down over here. So break off, I think a break above, 1790 would be a much better idea for price to continue moving bullish. So I'm going to put a label right over here. Potential buys above 1790. All right, perfect. 1790. I'm going to put my golden line over here as well. 1790. Just as a visual clue, above 1790 would be a pretty nice idea for price to continue moving bullish. So we're going to keep an eye on this here today. For sells, obviously, like, for sells, we might look for sells below 1785, because if we break below 1785, we have clean candle to the left-hand side. And this means that if price breaks below 1785, then there's a high probability for price to, like, continue moving bearish and correct this move up. So let's take a look at pound yen at this point. Let's see here. Dodge in the house. How are you doing? Oh, nice, nice. I guess some people are in Dogecoin buys. All right, so looking at the daily time frame on pound yen, this is what we were talking about yesterday, how this daily candle, it literally broke above this resistance to the left-hand side, indicating that, okay, the next candle could continue moving up. But since the next candle didn't really break the highs at this point, so it's very unlikely it's going to continue moving up from this point. So let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. So we're going to do some high time frame to low time frame breakdowns here on pound yen. So let's adjust this zone now based on current price action. And this is what we got right here. We got a resistance at 150,500. We got a support down at 149,950. Dropping down to the 1-hour time frame, what we see is that now we are in a range. So I think once we break above okay, so this is what I'm looking at on pound yen. If we break above 150, let's say 600, there's a very high probability for price to continue up towards 150, 800, which is a 20 pip range. And that's a pretty good solid range for price to move into. And that's something I'm going to be keeping in mind to take buys above this area. So above this yellow line, I'm going to be looking for buys. I'm not looking for buys at this point because our first minor resistance is literally 10 pips away, so that's actually pretty difficult at that point. So like, or if we create some sort of a resistance in this area, there's a probability we can continue down to retest this low we created after London Open. So these are the two things I'm looking at here today. So you can see how the 30-minute candles are pushing up, and if we start rejecting around, let's say at this point, we create resistance, then there's a very easy target for price to continue moving down. So just gotta wait for that, bearish confirmations for price to continue. All right, let's take a look over here. We have a chart coming in. This is low formed and support formed. Trying to resistance formation. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Kind of like the same thing we're looking at here as well. This is gold 15-minute chart. Oh, nice. Placed a buy stop over here. Closed 90% at 20 pips. Beautiful. Gold is a very delicate situation at this point. The 15-minute candle is about to close, and if it closes bearish, we're creating a resistance at this point. So we need price to break above this area for it to continue bullish. Gold is very nice looking on the 30-minute and 15-minute for buys after a break of the high. Yes. We have also clean traffic to the left-hand side on gold, so that should work very, very well. This is a buy position on pound yen. Took impulse entry right here. Price retrace, managed risk, closed 50%, added position back, secured 10 pips. Nice. Very nice. You closed percentage and added them back. Looks good. Would you wait for the break of 1790 to enter or wait for a candle to close? I think since we're creating a resistance at this point, we'll need to see a candle kind of like, break above this area to possibly get an impulse entry here, because we're moving in a high volume time at this point. So I think it's going to be a much better idea for it to break above this high for price to continue up. But we're going to have that discussion once price starts to continue moving towards 1790. So I think it's going to be very important to really wait for those things to happen here today. All right, let's take a look at this chart on GA. We have 30-minute candle breaks below support, looks good. Sells executed once to break the previous candle low. 90% position closed once it touched 150 points. Oh, nice. So you secured positions here and then price retraced and kind of like stop you out at that point. Very good, very nice trade. I would really say maybe focus on one trade a day. Especially it's Monday, right? It's Monday. It's very important to just focus on 1 or 2 trades for Monday. That's it. We don't need any more trades. We already have too much anxiety in life, so I guess focusing on 1 or 2 trades is going to be much better. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a pound yen 30-minute chart. Potential buys above 150,600 looks good. Waiting for price to form resistance to take a sell. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the same thing over here too. All right, Nicole. Potential sells below 30-minute bearish close and a bottom wick. Nice. Yeah, we need this candle to close bearish. That's going to be a much better idea. All right, let's take a look at Forex Factory here, see what's going on. So we have no news today. Pretty easy day today, right? I mean, it should be like normal market volume, nothing really exciting happening today unless there's some breaking news here. Overnight also, there's nothing really happening overnight. Ben Askren says he let the world down. Ben Askren, if you guys didn't watch the fight, I think he got out of shape. He was really, really out of shape. And then he got knocked out. Well, that's what happens when you get out of shape. But that has nothing to do with the market, so I'm not sure why that's on Forex Factory. But anyway, yeah, nothing really happened overnight. So we can see what happens here now. Yeah, Ben Askren wasn't committed, wasn't disciplined. All right, let's see this. This is a gold buy. Order executed once we broke the highs at this point. Stop loss is way down over there. I think it would have been better to have the stop below the current candle that broke the high. That would have been much better at that point. Oh wow, look at that retracement on gold. Crazy stuff coming down. So yeah, let's do this, right? Potential sells below 1785. 1785 on gold. Potential sells below this area is going to be a much better idea. And right here we're looking at potential buys above 150,600. Usually I'm very conservative on Mondays, so that's why I'm looking at cleaner ranges, right? Because think about it. If we break above 150,600, we look to the left-hand side, we have clean candle to the left-hand side, right? So logically, this should be a really, really easy move coming up. But if we break above this area, we have first resistance over here, like 12 pips away. We have another resistance around, 150, 550, around 13, 14 pips away, so a lot of problems here. But from 150, 600 to 800, we got 20 pip range, very clean range. Hey Raja, what do you think about the buys I took in the Slack this morning, trying to figure out if I should have taken it? Um, Candle closed bullish. 6M candle made a downwick, came back to retest the high. Trying to decide if I should have not. Almost did, but yeah, would have made sense. I mean, the way how I look at this price is we had support over here, price broke support, candle closed back in the range, so this move down became a fake out, right? And then we had the sort of like a retest down over here for price to move up. So that's also something to look at from a learning perspective as well. Like, okay, that actually was a fake out where, usually you would have wanted candle to kind of like come up to do a retest of this area and then continue down, but we broke back in the range. Okay, let's take a look at GA. Let's take a look at GA and then we're going to try to break down GU. So GA daily candle, we're basically closing below this area right over here, this daily candle, right? It hasn't really moved bullish, but it's kind of like retesting this area because this was a support over here in GA. We broke the support and now we're kind of like coming up to do possibly a retest at this point. So looking on the 4-hour time frame, now let's adjust these zones based on the 4-hour. What we have here is a resistance, and we're creating some sort of a support at this point, and then we also have a support down over here, right? Very simple analysis, most recent supports, most recent resistances. Let's take a look on the 1-hour. 1-hour, it made a low at 1.78350. Looks like it's coming up to do a retest, kind of like something what GJ is doing at this point. Let's drop down to the 30-minute time frame. So this is what I see at this point. I mean, it's coming up, but there's a bit of a rejection around this area too, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Whoever's in GA buys, I think having stops below this current candle would be a much better idea, because if this candle retraces and breaks its own low, then there's a very high possibility it can continue down to retest this low right here. Okay, amazing. What's happening with magic key orders? Yes, we're delayed. We're delayed with the third wave of Corona. There's nothing we can do about that. And customs, less people are working at the airports, less people are working in shipping departments, so big delays over there. So we're hoping to be shipped out by the end of this week. So it's unfortunate what's happening. This is what we faced March 2020, but we'll see what happens. Got to stay positive, got to stay optimistic about things. All right, GU buys once price breaks above this area. Looks good. I guess we have clean candle to the left hand side too. We're going to take a look at that here soon. And then sells below this area. The only thing I may be concerned about sells would be this rejection wick right over here. Because if price comes down and it looks left and it sees this rejection wick, it may retrace from this point as well. So you gotta keep that in mind. Any idea on BTT coin? I have no idea what that is. BTT, I think if that's a joke about Bitcoin, then I'm not sure. All right, let's take a look at GU. Let's break down GU here. GBP USD, remove all analysis. So this is what you want to do, right? You want to go to the daily time frame, and oh wow, look at that. We're coming up to a rejection area on GU. Okay. Still bullish. Looking on the 4-hour, we're coming up to rejection area. Nicely, same thing. Looking at so this is basically, it's going to be a resistance over here. I'm not going to label it. I'm probably going to label it on the 1-hour time frame. So looking at the 1-hour, let's take a look to the left hand side. So this is what we're coming up to. We're coming up to a resistance which is around 1.39200, and that is 20 pips away from where current price is right now. So let's zoom into this time frame and let's break it down on the 30-minute time frame. So what we're seeing over here on the 30-minute is we're creating a resistance here, which is very apparent, right? And also we have a support down at this point. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, this is a support we have over here in GU. I would say maybe like sells below right here 1.38720 would make sense for price to potentially come down till 1.38550, provided there's volume in the market, right? Because we have some sort of a consolidation here to the left hand side, so we would need volume to continue pushing price below this support. I'm not gonna mark support down over here because we have a rejection right over here. So this rejection may cause some issues as price continues down, but buys would be much better above 1.39. And also remember, 1.39 is a very, very strong psychological number. Let's send invitation links over here. All right. What would you do if the Forex Factory and my FX book have the same news event but with different impact levels? Nothing. I basically use my experience to kind of like decide whether that news is going to be a high volatile news or not, right? For example, if you look at the calendar over here, and we have CPI for pound, right? So CPI for pound, historically, that's a high impact news. But on Forex Factory, it says medium impact, so I'm still going to treat it as like a high impact news over here. Crypto is Forex. That is incorrect. Crypto is not Forex. Forex is a collection of fiat currencies like pound, yen, euro, which you can go to the store and buy stuff. With crypto, you can't do that. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a gold sell. Okay, gold sell coming in. We're also approaching some sort of a support over here to the left hand side. I would say sells below 1785 would be much better. Yeah, sells below 1785 would be much better. That's something I'd be looking at. Because, at the end of the day, you have to put yourself in the best position to win. That's the most important aspect about trading. And if you're looking for sells over here, I think you're looking for sells below 1785 would be the best position to win because you have clean candles to the left hand side. That's what I think, right? Right here, we have a support at this point. We have rejections here. So, I mean, if it comes down, it comes down, but there's still a bit of uncertainty over here as price continues bearish. What's this? Buys above 155.10 once candle closes above. Okay, maybe a little higher would be much better, around 550, 580 even. And resistance for sells. I'm actually looking for sells here as well after resistance is formed. So we're going to see how well that goes. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Same idea over here. Resistance for sells, buys above this area. Nice. Seems like we all have almost the same analysis here. This is SPX 500. Sells below. Oh, this is perfect. We have sells below this support, right? First thing, if there's going to be volume, we're going to fill these wicks here to the left-hand side and then potentially continue down to this support. Beautiful. And then buys above this area right here because first we have this wick to fill and then clean candles to the left hand side. Also, this is better because you're kind of like ignoring all this consolidation area, which is very, very good, right? All this area you're ignoring, you're also ignoring this area right over here. So that shows me that you're willing to wait for price to come to where you want to take a trade. That's the most important thing. Always wait for price to come to you. What that means is, like, if you have levels drawn, just wait for price to come to that level and then you can execute on that. It's kind of like, if you guys watch Nat Geo Wild, you have lines there. They wait for the gazelle, or the alligator waits for the gazelle to come to the watering hole. They come to have water, and then once it comes close enough, the alligator pounces on them, right? The alligator or crocodile. And the same thing is over here. Right now, I'm waiting for the candle to close bearish so I can pounce on it like a crocodile. It's but if the crocodile jumps out of the water to catch its prey, it's never going to catch a prey. Everyone's going to run away. So we gotta wait. Can you kindly put the link of the music you play in the background? I heard it in Luke's session as well. It's on YouTube. Yes, it's basically, this is it right over here. So this is what I do, right? I go to YouTube audio library right here. I go to YouTube audio library. Is this it? No, this is not it. YouTube audio library. So I go over here. Anyway, it's the audio library where you just download songs from YouTube. I don't know why it's not showing here, but that's what I do. GJ literally going to the moon. Well, I don't think so right now, but I think above 150,600 we can say it's going to the moon. Right now it is just prepping itself. We still got 6 minutes left for the candle to close. Is there a reason why the spreads on live and demo account on Dominion markets are different? Yes. The demo account are standard accounts. So standard accounts have higher spreads, but there are no commissions, but the spreads are higher, right? And that's not good. So, I mean, it's still okay if you're used to standard accounts, but on pro accounts, you have lower spreads. We are getting the pro demo account as well, so you guys can kind of like work around the differences, but that's going to take a little bit of a time. We're still new, right? So we're still trying to get things up. But so far, trading, execution-wise, everything is working flawlessly. Withdrawals are working perfect. Deposits are working perfect. Like a lot of guys are really, really smashing the liquidity providers. Like you guys are really fucking them up. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Gold 30 minutes. A break of this past resistance from the left would be a possibility for buys. Looks good. Sells below 1785. Kind of like the same thing I'm looking at here too. Nice, nice. Hey Raja, after trading on demo for 3 months, I'm about to break even. Okay, about to break even. Would you suggest to start with a real $500 account? Yes, that would be the best idea. Start with a $500 account. Is it a non-dealing desk broker? Yeah, so all the orders, they go in the market, and that's why I say the liquidity providers are just saying, oh, wow, like most of the clients here are just winning, taking trades, they're taking profitable trades. Not the amounts, but just the profitable trades. Let's take a look at this here. US 30, oh yeah, we're ranging it. See now, what I've learned about US 30 is that there are different times of volume for US 30, and the most important time for volume for US 30 is around NYSE open, New York Stock Exchange open. So that's something you'll have to wait for over here. And we can see as price is ranged through London session, Asian London session, pre-New York. I think we're still in a range with New York open. If we don't break up or down, then I guess the next time of volume is going to come in with NYSE open. So your ranges are also correct at this point. Oh, there we go. GJ is moving up over here. Crazy. GJ is waking up here today. Let's take a look at, GU is also moving up over here. Looks like now GU has the ability to continue on towards 1.39, 150. I'm still going to be looking for buys above 150,600. It's a Monday, so I'm going to play it very safe here today. All right, let's break down Euro. Actually, let me take a look at this over here. So we got a minor resistance here. Just to feed my FOMO here for a little bit. I'm just going to try to feed my FOMO. If we break above 150, 400, or 420, this is a 15, 16 pip range. Trying to see if we can get a buy over here for price to continue up. But the problem is we have a bit of a rejection around 10, 11 pips. That's the issue at this point. So we'll see how this price closes in about, oh, never mind. I thought it could close in like 2 minutes below this area, but it's moving, it's okay. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is Euro USD 15-minute chart, secure in BE. I think Euro USD is, oh wow, GU moved up over here. Came right into that zone. Euro USD is also now starting to move up over here too. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame to the left hand side. Do we have any history to the left hand side? Yes. We have some rejections up over here. GJ is booming. Looks like GA is also booming over here beautifully. All right, let's take a look at Euro JPY, getting some requests over here. Okay, let's take a look at this daily. Oh, wow. Daily is still back in the range on Euro JPY. Man, look at this. Euro JPY is terrible over here. From the 1st April till today, we're still in the range on Euro JPY. Looking on the 4-hour, we're coming up here back to this gap, which we had when market opened. So we'll have to see whether we're going to reject this gap to continue down, or are we going to break above this area to move on to the next resistance at 133.40. It's going to be around like a 12-13 pip range. Not enough range, but still, you know, kind of okay range at that point. And GJ has gone in the last 2 minutes. Wow, look at that. Just one 5-minute candle moving up. Crazy. But it's good, you know, like if we break above 150.600, then it's a very good opportunity for price to continue moving bullish. Let's check out. Wow, GA is also moving bullish over here. Really, really nicely at this point. Let's take a look at GU. GU broke above that zone. It broke above resistance. The next resistance is at 1.39550. There was Bank of England news. Let's take a look here. Bank of England statement of central bank digital currency. Okay, they're talking about digital currencies now. We're slowly moving up in the world at this point. Digital currencies, I mean, talked about, I think they will be implemented too. This is 7 a.m. Yeah, I'd want to see a break above 150.600 to execute a buy for price to continue bullish. Anyone know of any scalping chat rooms on Telegram? Scalping chat rooms, I'd say they'd be pretty busy. Scalping here and there all day. I think most people have this idea about, like, you know, scalping is about trading, you know, all the time. It's not, you know, you try to take like two scalps a day, three scalps a day, because any decision you make around money is an emotional decision, you know, so you got to be very, very careful about making emotional decisions around money, especially when it comes towards trading, because if you're taking 1 trade a day, 2 trades a day, as soon as you move into the 3rd and the 4th trade, then that's where your emotions start to creep in. You got to be very careful about that. I'm selling my entire stock portfolio today and slowly buying into Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum, Cardano, and VET. Oh, nice. Yeah, so we're going to wait for a break above 150.600. Whether that's going to be an impulse entry or whether that's going to be a candle close, we're going to see what happens around this area. So far, let's see here. On the hour, 150.10, would you not consider that to be a fake out? 150.100, yes, that is a fake out. That's something we talked about when we came on the charts as well. Where would you put your stop? Not sure. You know, we have to wait for price to come to 150.600, and then we're going to talk about our stops. Because at this point, we don't know whether this candle is going to come up over here or the next candle is going to come up over here. So, not sure at this point. So, we'll have to wait. If someone is sticking to one trade a day and still seeing no progress after months, would you suggest them go back to a demo account to preserve capital? I would say maybe look at those. I mean, I'm going to say the same thing I say every time. Just send charts with explanation on how could you have done something different. That's the most important thing. You really need to focus on that. If you're missing moves, you need to start to look at that and say that, okay, where could you have entered the move? Because sometimes, guys look at the price and they say, oh, well, this would have been a gambling move, or this would have been an impulse move. No, nothing is gambling in the markets. Nothing is gambling in the markets if you can base that with facts. So you have to look at every chart, every move, and try to justify to yourself, where could you have entered? Where could you have had your stop loss? That's the beautiful thing about hindsight trading. In hindsight trading, everything is simple, everything is easy. So I use that every day too. Like, sometimes when I'm trading the New York session, and if I miss moves, I always look for hindsight trading to see, okay, where could I have entered, or where could I have exited, or where I could have done better or worse. I want to ask a question. Yeah, sure. All right, let's take a look at this. Accidentally closed at 4 pips. Entered as we broke the high. Accidentally closed at 5 pips. Oh, but still, look, man, your analysis was amazing. All right, let's see here. We got a question coming in. Oh, we're also coming above 150,600. Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Actually, I want to ask a question that introducing digital currency, what would be its effect on the forex market? Would it be bad or good?
Haven't looked at that. Haven't really looked at that at all.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That information is very far-fetched, very far-fetched information at this point. So look at this. We're coming up towards 150,600. Taking a buy here would be very, very. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. I think if the next candle breaks the high at this point, then we can take a buy, having the stop below this current candle that's going to break the high. Around 8 pips, 9 pip stops. All right. Let's see here. This is the new 5-minute candle forming over here. We have a lot of volume. 15-minute candle is also moving up at this point. Also, it's a Monday, so you got to be very, very careful about, the trades and the executions. But I do think above 150, 620, price should continue on towards at least, let's say, 150, 750. Oh, this is a 1-minute time frame. Damn. What am I doing on a 1-minute time frame? Gold is also coming down. We're coming close to 1785 to break this area. GU is straight moving bullish over here. All right, GJ coming to 150,620. What's this? I just got stopped out of my gold buys. Oh, why were you in gold buys? Gold had to break above 1790 for price to continue up. We didn't break above that area yet. So I think those are kind of like immature buys at that point. Are you executed buy on GJ? No, not yet. Still waiting. Still waiting because we're still in the first 5 minutes of the 1-hour candle, so got to be very careful about that. We're still in the first 5 minutes of the 1-hour candle. Can you go over GJ entry again? There have been no entry at this point. So there's no going over the entry because, you know, this candle broke above this area, didn't close above it. Next candle came up, broke above this area in the first minute. So, like, you know, what we've learned in the past, that if price breaks the high or the low in the first few minutes, it's probably gonna, like, you know, retrace after that more. So that's something we've learned over time. So that's why I didn't really execute at that point. What do you think about Mark Douglas' book, Trading Zone? I think it's a good book. I think Mark did a pretty good job. Pretty good book, you know, but that book is just text. You know, it's just gonna tell you what the emotions people go through or the traders go through. That's all what it is. It's not gonna teach you how to be disciplined. It's not gonna teach you how to not overtrade, how not to over risk. It's not gonna teach you those things, you know. Like learning how not to overtrade and over risk, it comes from within you. It all comes from within you. Like if you take 2 losses or 3 losses, what are you going to do after that? Are you going to call it a day, or are you going to keep on trading? Are you going to pump up your lot sizes? Right? So it all depends on that. If you enter a buy on GJ, will you look at entering a buy on GU too, as the two pairs are usually correlated? Not necessarily, no. I'm not going to do that, especially not in the Asian session. Oh, sorry, the New York session. Because in the New York session, you have pound USD that's also being influenced by the US dollar, but pound yen is only being influenced by the yen. You know, so if I'm going to execute a trade on GJ, I'm only going to focus on pound yen at this point. How to maintain journals in Excel? Any suggestions for tracks? For tracks? What does that mean, tracks? You can possibly, what you can do is you can do your analysis. You can maybe plot out your areas and then take a screenshot of a before chart, and then kind of like, you know, take another screenshot after a couple of hours when the move play out, and that's going to be your before chart. No, that's going to be your after chart. So you're going to have your before and after, and then you can learn from that, that okay, like, you know, price moved in a certain way, what could I have done differently, or where could I have entered more easily? Or sometimes, you know, we take early entries, so always looking back at the charts, we can learn something that, okay, if I had an early entry, where could I have had a better entry? Because these situations, they happen over and over and over again. What was the name of the video you posted, the guy saying born with nothing and you leave with nothing? I have no idea. That's some older guy. Yeah, I have no idea. What's your thoughts on binary options? Binary options is illegal in most countries, so I don't know, man. Like a lot of these scammers, they run binary option schemes. The guy who, like the guy who's made a fake profile of me, they try to fish people for binary options. So yeah, I don't condone binary options. IQ options, binary options, huge scam. Huge, huge, huge scam. So stay away from that. All right, see, we're still in this area over here, 150, 580, 150, 600. Nothing really happening on the 15-minute time frame. The candle is about to close in 3 minutes, so we'll have to see what happens. How to spot when to enter an impulse entry and when to wait on candle to close? That's a very, very good question. That takes time. That's all what I can say. That takes experience, you know, that takes time, that takes watching the things happen over and over again. Because, you know, like me, when I started to look at impulse entries, it took me about, what, like 8 months, 7 months, 8 months to kind of like get a good grasp, or to get like a good grasp on things. Because it's a very delicate situation where you want to look at that. Now, if we're looking at this resistance over here, 150, 600, it's a very, very strong zone. So I don't think impulse entries here would be a good idea unless there's a lot of volume in the market. Ideally, you would want to see a candle to close above this area for price to move up. Because if you look to the left-hand side, look, we had a huge rejection here, a huge rejection here, and it looks like we're having a rejection here as well. So we'll have to wait. IML uses a platform, but those traders are all leeches. IML is not trading, man. IML is about recruiting. That's what IML is. You show this magical opportunity to people, and then they say, oh, trading is okay, but if you really want to make money, introduce this opportunity to your three other people, or four other people or friends and family, and then they kind of like make you feel bad about it. They're like, oh, you're not going to tell them about this opportunity? Oh, you're such a bad friend. You're such a bad family member, bad brother, bad cousin. Like, come on, man, tell your friends about this opportunity. And you tell them about it, and then they say, oh, well, what's the catch? Well, it's $200 a month. $200 a month, man. That's a lot of money, $200 a month. But then you say, oh, no, I don't want to tell my friends and family about it. They're like, what? Are you being greedy with all this opportunity? Come on, man. And sooner or later, people discover that, oh, yeah, this is all fake. It's all fugazi. I mean, it's crazy. But also the same thing is they target all the young people. That's the amazing thing. They target all the young people who don't know anything. They're straight out of high school. They're in colleges. They show them this dreams of financial freedom. And man, if this was so true, we'd have Warren Buffett on IML. We'd have Jeff Bezos on IML. We've had all like Bill Gates would be on IML. Just use your brain. Just think about it. $300 enrollment fee and a monthly fee. That's crazy. Here we have Netflix increasing people complain about Netflix increasing membership fees by $1, and they don't complain about $200 a month for IML. We have our priorities twisted over here. My experience is I bought so many courses, but it didn't go well. But instead, your course is making a change to me. Oh, nice. I think the most important thing is that you are making a change for yourself. I think when people, come to these streams, or if they take that extra step to join Market Fluidity, they realize that that entire change was already built in them. They just had to tap into that change and bring that forward. That's all what it is. And that change, once you realize it's all about discipline, waiting, patience, giving things time. Everyone has their own prime, and I believe everyone reaches their prime at different stages, right? Just like kids, when you have kids, every kid starts talking at a certain age. Some kids don't talk till they're 5 years old. Some kids start yapping around when they're 1 year old. Same thing goes with everything else in life. Some people don't reach their higher potential till their 30s, 40s, or 50s. Other people reach their potential in their, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s. So all these things take time. One of the lectures in the database, you mentioned GJ and gold mostly do not retrace once they break from a strong zone. From your experience focusing on GJ, what else have you noticed about the nature of GJ? The nature of GJ is that it's going to show you false hope sometimes, just like what happened right over here. It broke above the zone, looked at the 15 minute was still open. The 5 minute kind of broke above, and maybe someone took a buy over there and it came right back down. And if you look at the time, it broke above in the first 5 minutes of this candle, which is where you have to be very, very, very careful. Sometimes what happens is that when pairs have a lot of volume, it's going to move to a zone with so much tenacity and force that you will be coerced to think that, okay, maybe now price is going to break up, but that's where the difference is made, where whether are you going to wait to probably miss the move, or are you going to execute on impulse? What I've learned is that for me, it's much better to kind of like wait for a candle to break and close above a strong zone rather than to execute a trade and to miss a trade. I'm more than happy to miss a trade, rather than be in a trade where I'm just like, oh, I don't know whether it's going to go up or down. So always be okay with missing trades. Someone is saying gold is dropping down. That's negative. Gold is in this range. We need to break below 1785 for gold to drop down. Let's take a look at this chart. This is if GJ creates a resistance here and the next candle breaks the previous bearish low, this would be a high probability sell. I would say maybe below this area right over here. I would want to take a sell right here, because we had a support formed over here, Price broke through this area, price came up over here, the next candle broke above this area. So just to be safe, I would want to see a sell below this candle at this point. That's what I would want to see, below this candle here. Plus also it's a Monday, so I'm being very, very cautious about trades. Let's take a look here. All right, looks like gold is about to break down below 1785 for price to go down. This 5-minute candle is about to close in a minute and a half. It's going to be better to wait for this candle to close. Morgan Freeman didn't get his big break until he was 56. Damn, I didn't know that. 56. Wonder what he was doing before 56. Is that Daniel Savage in the fourth column? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's Mitch. That's not Daniel Savage. That's Mitch. That's hilarious. My challenge ends in 2 weeks and FOMO keeps kicking in. Yes. Yeah, you gotta control those FOMO things over here. All right, we got about 50 seconds left here on gold for price to close over here. I think a break below 1785, 1784.60 would be a nice idea for price to continue down. We're coming down here nicely. 33 seconds left for price to close. What is investor's password on Dominion Markets? Investor password is where if let's say someone wants to invest in you, you can give them that password. They won't be able to execute trades on it, but they'll be able to see your, performance and stuff like that. All right, 10 seconds left. This is getting very interesting now. Will the next candle continue moving bearish? We need to break the low at 1784 for price to continue down. 1784.40. We have a nice range to the left hand side. 5-minute candle has broken below support 1785. Hey, if I have 6 months of expenses saved up, can I go full-time trading? I would say that's a good idea, but at the same time, just make sure you don't deposit your 6 months of expenses in the trading account. That's going to be a very delicate situation at that point. That 6 months of savings can go down to 1 month real quick. So just be careful about that. Oh, it looks like we're coming back down over here. Down to 1784.40. Let's take a look at this over here. Actually, let's just wait here. This candle is about to break below 1784.40. And I think that's going to be a pretty good opportunity for price to continue bearish. Are you buying at this point? No, looking for sells at this point. We have clean candles to the left hand side, and I think could be a very good opportunity for price to continue bearish. Three pip spread is too much. I have a spread of about 2 pips, 1.8, 1.4 on gold. Looks like pound yen is in this range over here now. Yeah, pound yen is in a range. We'll have to see price break above 150.600 here again for price to continue bullish. In this situation, can we enter based on 5-minute? Yes. I'm looking at the 5-minute executions at this point. And the stop is going to be above the current 5-minute candle. Just waiting here. Waiting for it to come down a little bit. Minus 3 to 4 pips on gold. Oh, crazy. Let's take a look at pound yen. Pound yen is also coming down over here. Looks like gold has broken below this area. I executed a sell right here. 1784.40. Stop is above the current 15-minute candle, which is, no, 5-minute candle, which is around, 15 pip stop. Looking at price to continue down towards 1782.60. Yeah, 1782.60. This candle is about to close over here as well. Yes, sir. So we got clean candles to the left hand side. As long as this 5-minute candle stays bearish, I think we're going to continue moving bearish over here. We got clean candles here to the left hand side as well. So let's see how this plays out. Pound yen is also still in this range, kind of like, hovering around, waiting around. What I'm going to say is manage risk. Please manage risk. If you're kind of like, trying to take the same trades as I am, just manage risk. If you don't manage risk, things can turn against you really quick. Plus also it's a Monday. Why you not care about the support to the left? I don't see a support to the left. I see these clean candles here to the left hand side. So based on that, I believe it can continue moving bearish. We got around 40 seconds left for this candle to close. Plus also we're in pre-New York, which is a high volume time at this point. So I think this should continue on. Oh, Kerwin called it too. Okay, nice. Kerwin said, looks good. Time to double down. All right, look at that. We're coming down over here. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, looks good, brother. I think the target is really nice, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, man.
See, now we got the 5-minute candle closing bearish over here. We got this 30-minute candle is about to close in 5 minutes. This is the last 5-minute candle for the 30-minute candle to close. We're bearish, broke below the low. 15-minute candle has also broke below the low. So, now we need this 5-minute candle to continue moving bearish. If it does, it's going to be a winning trade, but if it retraces, then obviously it's going to be a losing trade. So just manage your risk. All right, what's this? Good morning, Raja. Can you take a look at my trade over here? All right. Ooh, someone had a successful Monday here today. Let's take a look at this. Successful Monday. Okay, pound yen 30-minute chart. Took buys as this current 4-hour candle opens at support. Oh, you took a buy right down over here. Price came up. Nice. Beautiful. Very nice. Very nice trade here from the Gulag. 5-minute candle retraced a little bit. We're creating this low over here. It needs to... Now, this is what we call a retracement at this point, right? This is a liquidity grab right over here. If price is going to continue down, it just created a top wick to continue moving bearish. That's what it did. But if it doesn't continue moving bearish and if it closes bullish, then I think that's going to be the opportunity to kind of like, take some risk off of the table. But normally, this is where you're going to say it's creating a top wick to potentially continue down. Anyone in Gulag knows MQL programming? Ooh. What's this? Hey, Raja, I usually only trade GJ, but sometimes I see some gold setups and execute on them. Is that a bad habit or no problem? I think that's no problem at all. I do the same thing here too. Like I usually trade GJ, but I saw gold setup here much better than GJ, so I decided to execute on that. 1784.38, 1783.38 is going to be reached here soon. Once that's reached, going to secure around, 90% of my position, and we'll leave the rest running. 1781 is a realistic target? Yes, that's a very realistic target. But I'm a big fan of securing positions, so that's what I'm going to do as price comes down. Someone is asking, what is the TP? Well, if you open your eyes, you can see the screen, right? You can see the screen right over here, man. It's right in front of you. You can see the TP. You can see the stop loss. I mean, that shouldn't even be a question. If you can't see that, are you even looking at the right screen? What's this here? Which time frame is good for scalping? I think every time frame is good for scalping. It depends on what you're looking at. I mean, where your targets are on the higher time frame, and then what kind of ranges are you also executing on too. And you can see right over here, prices coming down nicely here. This is where I'm securing 10 pips over here and putting stops at break even and letting the rest run right here. Oh wow, look at that. Nice move coming down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Secured 12 pips at this point. If you guys took the same trade, secured 12 pips, 13 pips, 14 pips, give yourself a round of applause, right? Nice trade. Came so nice, easy. Easy wins here. Monday, Monday morning, we're about to hit TP over here as well. There was no stress. There was no anxiety. Just took that one trade and that's about it. I'm not gonna lie, earlier on I took a dumbass trade on pound yen as well.
Zero stress, Raja. Beautiful trade.
Yeah, thank you.
Making money on the move.
Yes.
So Raja, after this trade, can I ask you a question to the PAMM project you're having there? On Dominion Markets?
Okay, yeah.
So I have managed one CopyFX account in the past, and I realized that the CopyFX accounts which are connected to my account have problems with partial TPs and stuff. Just for you guys to know, maybe you can have a look on this, that if it's working on your side, because if we, for example, have 10 customers which are investing in us, and we hit the partial TP button on 90%, on other brokerages it's not working, so you have a lot of losses because of this.
Yeah, we're actually testing that right now. We wanted to launch that as we started, but just to make sure those things don't happen, because like a lot of guys use magic keys now, so we've disabled that for now. We're just testing certain things to make sure that those things are actually copied over to other accounts too.
Perfect, thanks.
Yeah, because if those things don't work, then it's gonna be super bad.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucked up for everybody. We need more likes on the stream. Yeah, come on guys, don't be stingy about the likes. Give some likes on the stream. Look at that. We entered, we waited for price to break down, took the trade, stop loss was identified, take profit was identified, and beautiful. Execution came down. This was like a 19 pip range over here too. I did take a buy on GJ after it broke past 150, 250. Partials is closed at 10 pips. The rest is stopped out at break even. Oh, nice. Very nice, very nice. So if you look at the 15-minute time frame here, we're creating this resistance right at this area here. Yeah, I'm calling it a day after that win on gold. That's it. I'm calling it a day. It's a Monday. Took one trade, winning trade. That's it. I'm calling it a day. I don't think there's any reason to kind of like, take another trade after that. I feel people haven't subscribed yet. Bad manners. Oh, yeah, I don't think people have subscribed to this channel. I agree. Bad manners, man. Come on. I took a sell on gold just like you, but I did not copy it. I analyzed it, foresaw how it worked out. But just to make sure we're on the same right page, could you break it down again? Okay. Well, the whole idea was 30-minute had the support, 15-minute had the support. So we looked at the 5-minute. Right? We looked at the 5-minute. This candle broke and closed below support, and then we needed this next candle to break below the low of the previous candle to execute a sell. Boom, sell was executed, stop loss was kept above the previous candle, and anticipated price to continue down. 20 pip TP was almost a target, and it eventually, if it starts to continue to 1781, perfect. And it worked out extremely well over here. Wow,
There's
look
like
at
20 more pips to the downside toward the 1780.
yeah.
Not trying to be greedy because we're trading against the trend, but cool work, really nice. If we start trading below the 1780, then we'll start behaving some sort of issues below that 1780, so can easily drop even more. And this daily candle just grab liquidity to retest those lows toward the 1750 for tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're absolutely right. This trade was a bless. Kervin would say it's a bless.
Yeah, man, always a blessing, my brother. It's a bless.
Blessing, Kervin, blessing.
Oh, Ninad, I love you, brother.
Eso, Kerwin, gracias.
Ya tú sabes, mi hermano.
Hello guys. First trade win on dominant market.
Oh, nice one. Oh, very nice. Yeah, this came out pretty nice over. I'm pretty happy with this move here, with the outcome. 7:30 before NY Open. I think it was amazing here. Ooh, 998.
Brazil loves you.
Oh. Secured 1.3% for FTMO. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's amazing. Thanks for the break. Secured 15 pips. Nice. See, Vehan, this was a nicely broken down trade based on a 5-minute time frame. All right, I'm just going to mute everybody over here because, you know, people unmute themselves without knowing. Can you explain your trade you took before on GJ? Yeah, it was a dumb trade. It was honestly a dumb trade. I shouldn't have taken that trade, but yeah, it was a dumb trade. Close it ASAP. So this goes to show that I do take dumb trades sometimes too. You know, I'm only human. But then I think the difference is that I realize it's a dumb trade and then I close it ASAP. Once a gulag, always a gulag. Yeah, you can take the person out of the gulag, but you can't take the gulag out of the person. FOMO comes in. What's this? Hey, why do you use 5-minute on gold and not on pound yen? Because gold has a lot more volume than pound yen, right? You look at pound yen, there's absolutely no volume in pound yen, but you look on gold, there's a lot of volume on pound yen over here. Yeah, lots of volume over here. So this was the buy I took on GJ right here. This buy over here. You look on GJ, this buy right over here on the top. Took this buy, I realized it was a bad buy, and then I closed it in like 3 pips and then took the sell on gold right here for price to move down. Oh wow, look at that. We passed 1781 at this point. Beautiful. What a nice move here. What a nice move. Another round of applause for reaching 1781. Moved past this area. Also, if you look at this over here, let me show you guys. So if you look at this right here, the 5-minute candle, even though this 5-minute candle rejected this area, the next candle didn't break the high of the previous candle. It respected that high because, you know, price is making lower highs and lower lows. Lower highs, lower lows means price is going to continue moving bearish. So I guess we got the highlight set for today as well. Look, someone's looking for sells on pound yen. I don't know. I feel very uncomfortable about the sells on pound yen. I think sells would be much better below 150, 250 over here. But then again, we have some sort of an issue over here. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. So the TP on gold was based off of 4-hour? No, it was based on this resistance right over here. Right, we had some sort of an issues. So this is where, I mean, ideally you would want price to come down to 1778, 1779, but you know, there was a bit of an issue over here. So that's why the TP was based off here. I put my TP here because that's where I wanted to secure positions. Wow, look at that rejection there. Look on the 15-minute time frame, same sort of rejection, just like we had right over here. So that's why it's really important to secure positions on gold all the time. What's the spread on Dominion markets for gold? 2 pips. 2 pips, sometimes, you know, 1.8, 1.7. I'll show you the spreads right here. So these are the spreads here. These are pound yen spreads, 1.2, 1.3. You know, this is gold, 1.5, 2 pips. Euro USD, yeah, they're okay. They're okay. How can I control my greed? Just focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. If you've taken this sell, just call it a day. That's it. Just call it a day. I've called it a day at this point. Let's do this over here. So took 1 trade. Trade 1 was GJ buys. It was a dumbass trade over here, minus 3 pips, whatever. The second one was trade 2, gold sells. This was 12 pips, right? 12 pips. Hey coach, this is my query about zones. Let's take a look over here. Query about zones. Was this zone not a safe interest? Oh, this is gold for you to taking the sell since the seller previously acted as resistance? No. I mean, not an area of interest for you when taking the sells. Yeah, it's the same area, but I was mostly looking at the most recent area, right? And for me, the most recent area was this one right over here. This is the most recent area, because if this area was important, price would have stopped in this area as it was starting to go up, but it didn't, you know, so it started to come down. So that's where the whole confidence came from, that we had clean candles to the left hand side. So I think if, you know, if anyone's watching the stream here, I think it's going to be a much better idea to kind of like, you know, go back in the stream and just you know, try to break this down. I think you can learn a lot from this. Normally gold has no commission in brokers. Dominion markets has. If no, why? I don't know. Gold always has commissions everywhere. I haven't heard of anyone that doesn't have commissions. All right, let's see here. It says hedge. I know hedge conceptually, but why would a broker mention this explicitly? Why some brokers say hedging is owed or not allowed? I'm confused. Only MetaTrader 5 is going to say hedge. MetaTrader 5 says hedge. No commissions on ECN, so there's always commissions on ECN or pro account, especially if you're using MetaTrader 5. But you know, if some doesn't have for some reason, then I have no idea. You know, we get charged commissions from the liquidity, so that's what's going forward as well. Can you break down USD JPY? All right, let's do this over here. USD JPY. Let's remove all analysis over here. Let's go towards the 4-hour and let's take a look. Oh wow, look at this. We're maybe rejecting this area to the left hand side. Let's take a look at that on the daily time frame. All right, let's take a look at that on the 1-hour time frame. All right, so we're creating a support here on USD/JPY. Let's remove this zone. Let's create the support on the 1-hour time frame right here. And now we gotta find out or figure out that if price continued down, did it break a support on the left hand side? So I guess we broke a support right at 108,470, or better yet, there was another support right over here. So I think at this point we could maybe say that, okay, if price is going to continue bullish, maybe it could continue up to retest this area over here. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to retrace and correct this move down, I think we need to break above 108, 180 right here for price to continue up. This is like a 19-20 pip range on USD/JPY. Can we change bias and wait for gold buys? Wait for gold buys. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait for a support to be formed at this point, 1781, for price to go up. How would you have managed risk on gold trade? Seems like it's pretty tough to manage risk on 5-minute because it moves too quickly. Yeah, I mean, if the 5-minute would have went up and stopped us out, then it would have stopped out, you know. That's the game we play with gold. But at the same time, you have to be really picky with gold trades. That's the whole idea. You have to be really picky about gold trades. You know, because price moved up during London session, and then once we started coming down, it moved down the same way, if not with the same volume, you know, at the same time it came down. Oh, what's this? Hey Raj, I'm really happy now. Before a year and a half, I start to be traded full-time. Resigned my full job on time and lost 7,000 in 3 days. And then I was scammed 40,000 in India. Finally, I got your live stream. Oh, beautiful. Handling account management 50K. Hope to come out from all my past messes. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Very nice. Nice, man. Glad to know that you've made it back from the deep hells of trading debt. That's what I call that, trading debt. You know, when you go in that deep hells of trading debt, oh man, that's a very tough position to be in. Stop talking, you're too fast. Well, you should start listening faster. Like, you're too fast. English is not even my first language.
What in the world, bro? Holy fuck.
It's the gulag. I guess you're listening too slow. You want to decrease my tempo? Oh man, the kind of requests we get here are crazy. Anyway, let's take a look at this chart over here. Oh, nice. Same cells. Close 100% at 25 pips. Amazing. What happened to Ted? He does not join the live stream anymore. No, he's in Vancouver. I think he's in the West Coast. So it's very early there at this point. I mean, it's 5 a.m., 4 a.m. That's why. Oh wow, look at that. If you guys have runners, man, your runners should be up around 30 pips at this point. Crazy move coming on gold. Damn. Way better than pound yen. You know, pound yen, nothing over here. Gold, everything. Kerwin was right. We reached 1780.
Yeah, 1780. So now I'm still holding. So let's continue praying that this thing is gonna fall even more.
It doesn't stop.
Let's take a look here. Can we reach 1779 even? 1778. Correcting the entire move from London session here.
Yeah, that's bad because once gold start trading below the 1780s, going 1775 and so on, man.
Yeah, that's great.
All this entire move to the upside is becoming a fake out.
I'm gonna learn how to hold my trades longer. Yeah, just close 90% and put stops at break even. That's it. Oh wow, look at that. 1778 coming down. Crazy. Damn. What a move over here we called today, guys. Look at that. 50 pip move on gold over here. Amazing. Free streams over here. Free education, free knowledge. You don't have to pay a single penny for these streams. And we give out free money every day. Not even a single penny spent to watch these streams. Imagine that.
How many likes so far on YouTube? I haven't checked.
Nothing,
YouTube.
man. They're stingy. We're gonna stop live streaming now.
Oh yeah, for sure, brother. less than 1,500 likes is unacceptable. So we're gonna start charging for the live stream. To be honest.
No, it's pretty nice. Pound yen ranged, USD JPY ranged, GA also started ranging over here. USD CAD also kind of like had a little tiny move, but nothing big. But gold took us to the promised land here today. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is, I entered the sell, but a bit afraid to the rejection support. I entered with small lot to test out my idea. Please give your opinion. Do you think I should wait for a candle to reject rejection? I think what you need to do at this point is to maybe wait for price to create a support. Okay, perfect. So it has created a support over here. I mean, whenever you're looking for sells after a big move up, right, and price moves down and you want to take a sell at this point, wait for price to create some sort of a support, because if it creates a support, then you can say, okay, if it breaks support, then you can take a sell for price to continue down. Because just look at it logically, right? What's the reason price will continue down? The only reason price is going to move down is if it breaks support. You know, and if it's not creating support, then it's going to be very difficult for price to move in that instance. That's what I look at, you know, most times when I'm looking for sells after a big move up, you know, for price to create a support. And if, like, you know, sometimes what happens is that price starts moving down without creating a support. At that point, you know, it is what it is. You just can't do anything about it. Then you basically miss the trade. And I miss the trades all the time too, you know, it's no problem. But for me, for my like, you know, mental stability and my confidence, and to maintain my, like, you know, profits, it's important for me to wait for supports to form and for them to break to take a sell. Wow, look at that rejection over there from 1778. Crazy. Oh, I'm up 2% on FTMO. Too bad I don't have to wait 10 days to pass this challenge. Oh, nice. Thanks for the gold trade, recovered the GJ loss. Beautiful. Is this considered gap filling? I don't see a gap on gold. Is there a gap on gold? Let's see here. I don't see a gap on gold.
It probably means liquidity grab.
Probably. But it's like a rejection right here now. Is this a good setup? Let's take a look here. Possible buys after breaking 15600? Yes, this is a good setup. I'm actually waiting for those buys as well above 15600, because above 15600 we have clean range to the left hand side for price to move up. So I took 2 trades today and I'm up 2.2% today. Yeah, 2 trades, 2.2%. So much education, so much value, no losses since March 26th. Oh, beautiful. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This was another sell on gold, worked out flawlessly here. Cam Nagaratanam. Cam Nagaratanam. First time watching live stream from Australia. Oh, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live stream here. We had one trade call today on gold. I think the runner ran for about 50 pips over here. So I'm going to point that out over here too. Right here. 50 pips. Approx 50 pips. Didn't hold it till 50 pips, but you know, that's where it ran to, 50 pips. How is your trading when you fast? My trading when I fast is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. A lot of patience. I mean, that's it. Just, just lots of patience. Can you show how to deposit money to Dominion Markets via bank account? There's no option like that right now. We're working on it. Probably by this week we'll have that option, but normally it's only crypto. What's this here? Gold and IC markets have good spreads ever. Yeah, IC markets is pretty good. When I was using IC markets back in 2016, amazing IC markets, really, really amazing. And their customer service was amazing. Their compliance was amazing. And when we built Dominion Markets, the entire customer service and compliance team, we built it all around IC markets because I was really, really impressed the way IC markets handles their business. Let's take a look over here. Again, gold sells here, very nice. I think a lot of people took the same gold sells, whether they were on the stream or whether they were off the stream. When Raja hits 1 million subscribers, it's going to be an amazing day for all of us. Him reaching a level, us being ride or die with him. Oh, nice, man. Thank you, thank you. When I hit 1 million subs, the streams are going to go from free to $10 a month. So yeah. Then God's gonna complain, oh man, $10, man, come on, man. But no, everyone's happy paying $100 or $200 for IML, stuff like that. Come on. How do you choose to secure 50 or 80% at 10 pips? So whenever I secure positions, I'm always securing the most I can. You got to understand, I am very, very greedy when it comes to the market. I'm extremely greedy when it comes to the market. So whenever I'm securing positions, I'm securing 10%. Oh, no, 90%. The most I can secure, I'm securing that when I'm basically trying to secure. I'm not securing 50%. I'm not securing 40, not 60, 80. I'm securing the most I can and leaving the rest running. Because think about it, you secure 50% and then you hit stops at break even, you made half of what you planned on making. You know, if I make half of what I planned on making, I'd feel like a dumbass, you know, because I analyzed the trade, executed the trade live for everybody, and then I made 50%. No, that's unacceptable. I want to make at least 90% when I'm securing positions. Do Dominion Markets take accounts from Australia? Yes. Let's take a look at this GA buy over here. Potential buy above 1.79200. This looks good. Above this resistance area, this does look good. How do you deal with fear after 3 successful weeks of trading? Then after 1 week break, come back a bit scared, execute to trade. You just gotta execute. You just gotta, you know, fear is what's going to hold you back. That's all what it is. Like when you're trying to execute, you need to ask yourself that, okay, if I'm going to execute on this trade, what's the worst that can happen? Always think about that. When I executed this trade on a 15 lot, I asked myself, the worst that can happen is that I can lose 2,000 or like 1,500, you know? And then I asked myself, okay, am I okay with losing that? So then I looked at my profits from the last week. I'm like, okay, like, you know what? Maybe I can risk a part of that and risk that onto this trade. But if it does win, where we have a higher probability of it moving down, then I'm probably going to make that back. You know, so always got to understand, you know, how much you're willing to risk over here. Oh, wow, look at this. GA is moving up here, back again. We're coming up towards 150, 600. Gulag started getting excited. Now, if you took a sell on gold, this is where you need to decide whether you're going to take a buy on pound yen or not. We got 2 minutes left for this candle to close. NY Open is about to come up. I think it's going to be better to wait for NY open, because if we break above these highs, there's a high probability for price to continue up. 2 minutes.
And where would you place stop loss?
Where would I place stops? That's a very interesting question. Stops are going to be pretty big over here. Probably going to be within the range. You know, around 150, 500, within the range. Because, I mean, if this candle closes above 150, let's say 580, then you're not expecting the next candle to retrace back in the range. You're expecting it to kind of like, you know, maybe wick down somewhere over here and then continue up to break the high. But I think a better opportunity is going to be if the next candle starts making a wick down, and then if it starts breaking the high, I think then that's going to be a better opportunity to take a buy at that point. But I'm staying away from this. Already took a trade on gold today. How much leverage is Dominion Markets in Australia? 500 to 1 leverage. Can you please take a look at this trade by Amex? All right, we got a minute and a half left here. A minute and a half left. Oh, pound USD opened a buy when the next handler made a new high over here. Okay, close 50% when position went down to break the low, close full position. Nice. So you managed risk at that point. You know, your intentions were good. You wanted price to move up, but you managed risk. I think it was a little too early as well. I think this was the same opportunity where, you know, pound yen here tried breaking the high and came back down. So you managed risk. That's still pretty good. When will the magic key orders be shipped? We're running into some logistics issues. As we all know, this is the virus third wave is here, so we're running into some issues here. They're probably going to be shipped by the end of this week. That's the whole thing. You know, with the shipping departments, less people are working. Compliance is slow over there. Quality check is slow over there now. So if this was normal days, they would have been shipped last week. But due to all that's happening right now, that's why we're the way it is. What do you think about black bull markets? They're okay. They're pretty good. I don't think about many things too often. Oh, wow, look at that. New York Open started. We're about to break the high in the first minutes, first few seconds. This is where things get a little tricky. So you want price to wick down. Now here's the thing. If this candle wicks down, right, and creates a lower wick, and then it starts breaking the high, I think that's going to be a much better opportunity to take a buy for price to move up. I got Dominion Markets and it's saying GJ has 4 pips. You're probably on a standard account. Sometimes you take impulse entry when there are wicks on the left, anticipating there's going to be momentum, and sometimes you don't enter because of wicks. How do you determine if this is going to be volume or not? Depends on the volume time. Like right now, there's a lot of volume. This is NY Open. So if we break the highs over here, we're expecting price to continue moving bullish towards at least 150,800, which is almost 15 pips away. Nice. So the gold sells, they worked out pretty good over here today. Hey coach, usually I only trade on GJ on the right way to consistency. First time I'm entering gold. Oh, still improving every single day. Nice. Beautiful. This is what I like. Improvements every single day. You know, you're going to have you can have a very, very good life if you can have a really, really good day. You know, if you can have a really good day today, and if you can line up more good days just like that, eventually you're going to have a really good life. You know, and when it comes towards trading, if you're disciplined today, and if you can line this disciplined day with another disciplined day tomorrow, and with another one after that, sooner or later you're going to have really good disciplined days in trading. And a point is going to come where you're going to break out of that break-even stage. You're going to break out of that losing streak, that losing stage, and slowly you're going to move into profitability. And before profitability comes, you're going to be okay with missing trades. You're going to be okay with losing trades because, you know, with a losing trade, you're going to learn something from that. So it's very important to have that sort of mentality here. But it all takes time. Hey, this is Zena from London. Thank you so much for your teachings. What does magic key mean? Oh, you need to go to the Magic Keys website over here. We're going to place Magic Keys on the screen here for you. You can see that right now, and you can see the website right above that as well. It's a, oh wow, look at that. We broke above the high at this point. Broke above the high for price to continue on towards 150,800 over here. Looking at the 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame. I'm not executing on this trade. I'm just spectating it over here. My TP didn't get activated, which is good, but what about if it was stop loss? I think if your TP was way too far away, the spread didn't activate your TP. The spread, so you gotta take into account the spread as well. Sometimes next candle just go as is without forming a lower wick. Should we be rigid about the structure? Yeah, so normally if the next candle doesn't make a lower wick and continues moving up, it is what it is. You know, at that point, I'm willing to say, okay, you know what, I missed the trade. So that's what I do. At that point, I'm just like, okay, you know what, that's fine. That's perfect. You know, no problem at all. Because for me, it's very important to stick to what I want to see in the charts. Because if I can execute on exactly what I see or visualize in my mind, that's going to make me a much confident trader. You know, rather than executing on something that I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work or not. How would you manage the trade on GJ? So let's say if you're entering a GJ right over here, for example, your stop is below this wick over here on the 15-minute time frame. You're expecting this 15-minute candle to close bullish, right? But if the next candle forms and the next 15-minute candle breaks the low of the previous one, then basically, like, you know, you're getting stopped out at that point. But if the next 15-minute candle closes bearish, then you're closing 50% at that point. You know, but since this is NY open, there's a lot of volume over here, you're expecting price to continue moving bullish. Or if you're in this trade, and if this 15-minute candle closes a bearish candle or with a small body, then you're managing risk at that point as well. I'm practicing on demo account on Dominion Markets. Is the spread for demo 1 pip or the same as pro account? No, the pro accounts have smaller spreads than demo accounts. Oh wow, look at that. Moving up over here. Nice, very nice move here. Should continue on towards 750, 150, 750. Thank you, Raja. Your advices are amazing. Well, my advices are free for the time being, so take all of them. Damn, look at that. 156.20 moving up towards 157.00. I think till like 720, 730 is going to be around 10 pips for most people here. If you're in pound yen buys, and this is going to be another win for those who executed on pound yen. I didn't execute on pound yen. I was just spectating this move over here. When can we consider GJ out of the range? It is out of the range over here. Can you tell me more about the brokerage? Can I still trade gold? Yes, you can trade gold, and all the information is on the website. I just posted that in the Zoom chat. Thank you so much. I like the way you look at reality around you. Yes. Yeah, you got to know the reality around you. All right, let's just. Is it good to deposit maybe some small percentage of my part-time income every month, or should I just use the first deposit? Any advice? I think you should use like a smaller deposit first, and once you see some sort of consistency in that deposit, then you can start adding more money to it. I mean, that's what I did in the beginning. When I saw some consistency on my smaller deposits, then I started adding more money. Because at the end of the day, your processes are going to stay the same when you're trading, when you're executing, doing analysis, risk management. Your processes are going to stay the same. The only thing that's going to increase is your lot sizes, and that's going to increase with your confidence and risk and all that. Do you think GJ will be testing the high at 153.200? 153.200 is a couple of days away. So we're going to talk about that once we reach 152. So far, we got to worry about if we're going to reach 151 here or not. Why you didn't took the trade? Because I'm a disciplined trader. I already took 2 trades, and that's all what I'm focusing on here today. Listen, guys, you don't have to take every opportunity in the markets. That's the thing. You don't have to take every opportunity. This is not a casino, You take one trade, you be happy with that, and you call it a day. Hey, Raja, how can I enter your Zoom? I want to talk with you. Well, you can just talk right here. Oh, nice. Mini Banks got 2 winning trades for the day. Beautiful. How you use your profit, how you generate more, by taking winning trades and by being disciplined. That's how you generate more profits. Don't see a pullback, how to enter in those situations on GJ. Well. That's where impulse entries come in, right? That's where impulse entries come in. That's where the education and impulse entries come in, where price doesn't do a retest and continues moving. And that's something you identify on a high volume pair like pound yen or gold, when there are rarely any retests. So look at gold, right? On gold also there was no retest, just straight move down. So you learn these things by focusing on, one pair every day. It's a constant grind, just focusing on one pair every single day. Let's take a look at this chart by Cassie here. Your JPY 30-minute chart, waiting for candle to close bullish, respecting the support to take a buy over here. Okay. If we can close below support to take a sell, possible fake out, is my analysis weird? I think it's good. It's not weird at all. I mean, you have a support right here, and if you break the support, you have this clean range to your downside. You have your target is down here for sells. I think it's going to be better to wait for price to break above this area here, because I don't think this is enough range for price to move up. So you might be better off by waiting for price to break above this area. You have this gap to fill right over here. You have another resistance right over here, which we can tap into. Oh wow, gold is on its way further down, below 1778. I'm trying to sign up for Dominion markets, but for country I live in the US. What do I do? Oh, you can choose crypto. If your country is not in the list, you can just choose crypto and then continue on as normal. How do you see XRP? To the moon we go. To the moon. When? We don't know, but we go to the moon. That's what I've learned from Instagram. All my crypto knowledge comes from Instagram. To the moon, that's it. Whenever there's a big retracement, they say, oh, buy the dip, to the moon. That's it. That's all I know.
Good morning, Rakeel.
Hey, good morning, Ryan.
The Instagram's the worst place to get any knowledge from crypto.
What do you mean, man? To the moon. It's the best analysis.
Ah, man. You're best doing all your research, man. Instagram is full of scammers.
Price drops down. If price drops, it's like some whale sold at the top. That's where price drops. And then
I mean, that's what I hear, but I don't think, I don't know.
And then you just buy.
Just buy, yeah. Don't do no research, no analysis, just buy. Just buy.
Just buy the dips. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I mean, it starts moving up, and it's just like, where is it gonna go to? Like, everyone has these imaginary numbers, and
Yeah.
those numbers they keep hitting. I'm like, oh wow, gold is gone. Holy, this is continuing
To the hell, baby.
Yeah, to the hell this is going. XRP to the moon, gold straight down to the oven. 1776, 1775. There was a time my margin level was always below 500%. Thanks to Raja, never have I ever gone below 300,000. Oh, nice. Risk management. Can price pattern you are using be applied to cryptocurrency? Sometimes. I haven't really back tested it, but sometimes it could. Oh, we have CS here in the Gulag as well. CS is the guy who does our timestamps. We really appreciate it. This morning I did the same sell as the moment ago on the buy on the 15-minute. Took a total of 20 pips. Oh, very nice. Oh, wow, man. Look at that. Gold is just dropping. Damn. If you still had runners, your runners are up like 92 pips. Jesus. Straight down. Wow. Your thoughts on GPCAD. I think you need to post a chart on GPCAD. So see right here, potential buys above 1790, they didn't come. Potential sells below 1785, they did come. And then we kind of like executed sells over here too. Too bad I didn't leave a runner. Should have left a runner, but I guess for next time I'm going to leave a runner. Can you explain your entry on GJ, the 3 pip loss? Yeah, that was a dumbass trade I took right over here. I took a buy and then I was like, I don't think so. Then I closed it. So that was like a whatever trade. All right, look at this over here. Gold, 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 4-hour chart coming down to 1772. We're at this area right now too, 1774, 1775. On the 4-hour chart, yeah, we got these wicks to fill as well. Beautiful moves over here, pretty happy. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is done for the day. Thank you, Kervin. Risked 20% profits right here. Closed 7 full pips on GJ 1-minute chart. Oh, I thought this was like a bigger chart. 1-minute chart. Okay, nice. Got another win over here. 2 added positions. Beautiful. Will gold go down more? Well, someone's greed is kicking in right now. Will gold go down more? If we break below 1774, then we can go down. But this is a very, very, very strong support. Extremely important, strong support over here. Thank you for everything again, man. I'm heading off. Done for the day. See you all tomorrow. Thank you. Well done. I backtested GJ, but I gained 2%, 3% in a month. My risk in every trade was 0.5%. I think the profit is small, but if I use big risk, it makes sense. Yes. Oh, it makes stress. Yes, big risk makes stress. That's a undeniable statement right there. Big risk makes stress. Can't deny that. Raja coin has been consolidating for some time. Yes. Raja coin is consolidating for a long time at this point. Hey, it's SJ here. I'm not on Zoom today. Can you please explain the relation of pound JPY with USD? There's no relation of pound JPY with USD. The only relation there might be is if there's a huge change in the USD, that may affect the yen a little bit, and in turn that may affect pound yen a little bit, but not like a huge change though. Unless, something major happens fundamentally. You don't remember me, but once I did a fake Floyd prank on Zoom with everybody. Oh, I don't remember that prank at all. Fake Floyd prank. I don't remember. Maybe you'll have to do it again. First time here. On average, how many trades do you take in a day? Interesting that you're good with one trade today. Yeah, I took like 2 trades today. Shouldn't have taken this buy over here, but usually I take like 1 trade, 2 trades a day, and that's about it. We called the GJ buy here as well, but it kind of like, rejected 150-700 and came back down. Checking in from Namibia, Africa. Welcome, Johannes Hiteke. There was a guy from Namibia. I was talking to him on Instagram. He told me his name. I'm like, hey man, nice to meet you. He's like, you pronounced my name wrong. And then he actually had a click in his name. His name was something like Johannes something. I was like, oh, Johannes something. I was like, oh, okay. Actually had a click. And he's like, normally we don't use those because people can't do that. I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense. It's kind of like when you have people from, China or Korea, they come to Canada and they change their native names to like, like John or Kevin or something like that. Or when you change Mohammed to Mo, because it's easier to say it. Entered a trade earlier. Could you ask how would you have managed this trade? Let's take a look here. Pound yen 15-minute chart. Price closed down. The resistance was rejected. Had a slight retrace before execution. At 9 pip profit, price immediately reversed. At this point, stop loss was moved to break even already. Okay, so whenever you're putting stops at break even, always secure positions all the time. That's my one rule. Whenever I'm going to put stops at break even, I have to make sure that I'm securing positions at that time. That's the only reason I'm going to put my stops at break even. That always secure positions. Because if you don't secure positions and you put stops at break even, that means you're accepting that break even outcome. Because if price comes down, it's going to stop you at a break even. You're basically accepting that outcome, right? It's just very logical at that point. Oh wow, straight rejection on gold. Hope no one took sells over here at 1774.
Yeah, taking sells in that area is really dangerous.
Yeah.
Really dangerous. Unless we get a break below 1773, which is the daily opening, the daily support, I'm sorry. Anything closing below 1773 later on is going to be a nice move to at least another $5 drop to at least 1770. Be a nice target if we start breaking below 1773. But the problem there is going to be the stop loss, because we know how gold behaves. It can easily give you give me a minute right there. Can easily give you something like this below this area right here, breaking below to this area, rejecting because you have some sort of rejection from here, and from there the pullback can be really insane before the continuation to the downside. The easiest play on gold was the one we took this morning. I'm still holding, but my position is already 40 pips in profit. So anything that can pull back on top of this area, my position is going to be secure.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But I'm not planning to take any more trades on gold for today.
Looks like pound yen is also starting to move up over here too. Back to the moon. This would be the moon over here. Right here. Craters on the moon for pound yen. Um, for goal simulation, can we have Kerwin as a guest? Well, if Kerwin is free on Saturdays, then for sure.
Yeah, man.
That means, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
My mornings on Saturdays and Sundays are, I'm busy.
Yeah, yeah. After live account, how can I log into MT5? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you use your login information, I guess. Past FTMO verification, officially an FTMO trader. Thanks for your teachings. Oh, nice, Robert Smith. Congratulations. Very nice. The clapping people get really, really happy for some reason. Did you know the moon is made out of cheese? I think the moon is made out of chocolate, because I don't think no one's been to the moon to know for sure what's it made out of. It could be made out of styrofoam. It could just not exist at all. I believe we never went to the moon ever. I think with the help of Elon Musk now, we'll finally make it to the moon.
The first landing was a big scam, right?
Oh man, the flag was waving and everything. I've seen the videos. I'm like, there's no air in space. Where they got that from? They brought a fan with them.
Maybe he threw a fart and that's why.
Yeah. I think after starting brokerage, Raja Boss got more tension. Arranged good term for brokerage support. Oh, no tension at all. I don't take stress or tension. I think people take stress or tension when they have bad intentions and their plans don't work the way they should. That's where tension comes in. How do you know if you've never been? Well, no one knows if no one's ever been. Can you explain how you managed your first GJ buy? Yeah, it was basically a dumb idea over here. So what I did was I took a buy right over here. I don't know why I took the buy. I shouldn't have taken the buy. I took the buy right here, and then I realized that it was the start of the 1 hour right over here, and then I just closed it. I was like, oh, that's a dumb trade, and I closed it. With the commission from Dominion Markets, can you get both magic keys and market fluidity if you have enough, or you can only choose one? You can get both. We had a couple of people, well, one of our clients, they first got magic keys with their commissions, and then after a couple of days while they were trading, they realized that their commissions were the same amount as the market fluidity mentorship, so then they got that as well. But yeah. Don't you think the thrusters of the engine in the space capsule could have been what caused the flag to move? I mean, can't just say it's fake. Well, the space capsule wasn't near the flag at all. So I don't think that made the flag move. I mean, it was parked. When you park, I mean, yeah, the whole thing was parked on the moon. I mean, okay, let's take a look over here. All right, let's take a look over here. Man on moon. Images. Let's go to images over here. Look at that. Look at that flag. So nice. And American flag too. Man on moon, you only see America on the moon. America on the moon. No Russians went to the moon. Look, a little girl also went to the moon.
Holy man.
But yeah, this is fake. This is fake. Don't think this is real. Right? Only America went on the moon. No Russians, Chinese, India. Screw India. But like,
India said
India went on
the moon and landed in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I remember. India, they they sent a rocket and it landed in the wrong direction, and then they lost it. They lost the rocket. But yeah. During Marcus, do we have some link share? Not right now. Probably in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna get that done.
I could say I kind of believe that because NASA gave SpaceX $2.9 billion so they could send a human to the moon in 2024.
Oh yeah, exactly, right? So if they went to the moon in 1950s, they'd be sending a whole fleet army to the moon right now to set up camp over there. What's this? India lands on moon, Pakistan be. Oh wow. I got a nice GJ buy, but my runner got stopped out at break even. Oh. Yeah, it looks like we're ranging over here now on pound yen. Do you say it's better to use two different brokers and divide the capital? I don't know. I don't think so. That's like the same thing as saying as, do you think it's okay to open two different bank accounts at two different banks and divide your money? I think that's a hassle, to be honest. I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, it's all up to you what your goals are, what you think, that like it all depends on your goals. Do you only focus on certain pairs? Notice that you're only paying attention to other charts. Yeah, I mostly focus on just pound yen and gold. That's it. I have other pairs open because some members, some people here, they trade those pairs too. So we kind of like toggle between GA. Oh man, GA is still moving bullish over here. We toggle between GA and GU and EJ and stuff like that. All right, what's this? Did this buy make sense? Or should I have waited for the candle to break? I entered right at the close. All right, let's take a look over here. Pound yen 1 hour chart. Price created a resistance during pre-New York. Price broke and closed above resistance. Entered when price closed above resistance on the 1 hour. Secured 9.8 pips. 1 to 10, but price moved as I was closing position. Oh, okay. Makes sense, man. This is a perfect trade. Perfect trade. Like a lot of people got stopped out at break even, but you managed to secure positions. It was a great idea, and it worked out here as well. Honestly, I anticipated price to continue moving up, but it retraced. It is what it is. You can't really do anything about it, but you secured it, so it's good. Please pray for my home country. COVID increased to 200,000 cases. Oh wow. Yeah, Modi needs to get his shit together over there. The flag is horizontally placed. What's the spread on NAS 100? I think NAS 100 is okay. I mean, I don't know what the spread is on NAS 100. 200 points? Haven't really traded NASDAQ, so I'm not sure if 200 points is still good. Alright, this is the start of the new 30-minute candles across all pairs. 30-minute candle on GJ bearish, coming back in the range. Gold 30-minute candle, basically, we rejected this area. So I think it was a pretty good day today. Had a really nice trade on gold sells. I think some people were in GA buys, and you guys had pretty nice trades here as well on GA. Went really nice. Oh, some people lost one trade on GJ. Raja ko Rani se pyar ho gaya. Get it? Oh yeah, I get it. That happened a long time ago. Yeah. Price never reached 10 pips. Yeah, it is what it is with pound yen. It's also Monday, so take it easy on Monday. Just please take it easy. I'm saying please take it easy on a Monday. Don't get in trouble with the charts on Mondays. It's not going to be good for the rest of the week. How do you get energy even if fasting? You talk continues. I don't know. I think when you're passionate about things, you don't really worry about your energy. But at the same time, I take day naps too. I'm going to take a 1.5 hour nap in the daytime. to get back my energy, and then I'm going to work out, and then I'm going to open my fast. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is took 80%, a 1 pip below 1-to-1. Oh, beautiful. Runner got stopped out. Beautiful. You secured 80%. This is the definition of securing the most you can and then putting stops at break even. I have COVID right now, but all I got is a headache and a minor cough. I think that's just the cold. That's just the cold. Fucking, I was in Pakistan, right? I was in Pakistan and I was boarding my flight back to Canada, and I was wearing a hat and I was wearing a jacket. So the guy at the counter, he did my temperature. My temperature came high. You know, he's like, "Oh, sir, your temperature is high." I'm like, "Yeah, dumbass, because I'm wearing a hat and a jacket, so maybe my body's just warm." He's like, "Oh, no. Your temperature's high. Your temperature's high. You can't board the plane." I'm like, "What am I supposed to do then? I'm not sick." He's like, "Well, go stand underneath that air conditioner on the side." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, take off your hat, go stand over there." I'm like, "Okay." I go stand in the AC, stand there for like 5-10 minutes, come back to the guy, he takes my temperature, he's like, "Okay, yeah, you're good now." I'm like, "Perfect. I'm good now." You know, it's just so dumb, man. Your temperature is high. Oh, you might have COVID, you know, like, I mean, all these symptoms, you have a cough, dry throat, runny nose, man, they're normal. If you're a human, you can have a runny nose, no problem. Doesn't have to be this virus. But yeah, it was pretty hilarious. He told me to go stand under the AC and come back. I'm like, all right, makes sense. As long as you let me on the plane, I'm good. But I think the biggest symptom that I've talked to people is that when you can't taste or smell. That's something new that's happening. When you can't taste or smell, I think that's the biggest symptom there. Hey, Muscle Museum 882. My first time here. Sorry for the repeating question, but I would need these data to establish my risk management. Could you please tell what is your average RR and win percentage? I think my win percentage on gold, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but on gold, my win percentage maybe like 70%, you know, 80%. My risk reward is always 1-to-1. Sometimes I leave runners after 1-to-1, but for most part, I focus on 1-to-1. Yeah, it's 1-to-1. I'm using Magic Keys or Metro 5. Any idea why when I enter a trade I cannot see the TP or stop loss or entry? I don't know, maybe you need to restart the whole thing, maybe refresh the whole thing, maybe give some more context. Like, do you press open calc or something like that? Looks like pound yen is going to start consolidating and maybe start moving up with the next hour. Because look, we came up, came down. This candle closed with no wick at the bottom. This means there's no range for next candle to go down. This candle, we needed to close or break above this area for it to continue moving up over here. The virus is real. Over 3 million people have died so far. Well, let me tell you, world hunger is also real. Way more people die of hunger than the virus every year. So I think the amount of effort people put in for the virus, if they put in half the effort for world hunger, we could eliminate world hunger. But, you know, there's a bigger motive behind that, which doesn't really make sense. Take a look at this. You know, world hunger deaths 2020. 83 million people died in 2020 of world hunger. Can you imagine someone can't eat and they die because they're just hungry? That's more devastating than the 3 million people who died from the thing over there. This is pandemic. The pandemic could increase total number of unnourished people by the world between 83 to 132 million. Yeah, I didn't know it was this much at all either, man. This is huge. This is huge. Crazy.
Yeah, there's no money in feeding people.
Yeah,
There's money in vaccinating people.
that's absolutely true, man. There's no money in feeding people at all. It's like we're all commodities. So these corporations, they need to see that, okay, which commodity is going to make us money? Will feeding people make us money, or will getting people sick and then giving them a solution will make us money? So
Exactly.
So all the commodities in these poor ass countries who are dying, they're not good commodities. You know, commodities in established countries like North America, part of Europe, Australia, you know, some part of developed Africa, they're good commodities where they can make money. And I mean, I don't know, man. This is just, I think it's super sad at the same time, but it's just so scary the way we're moving. Would you say, what would you say about selling gold if we break past the 30-minute low? Yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty good idea if we break below 1774. Right here, we break below. We have this wick to fill over here, 16 pips away. We got 24 pips away down to 1772. But we got to break below these areas here now. So you can see we're kind of like ranging between, you know, 1778 and 1774. There's no info about withdrawal fees on the brokerage. Yeah, I think there it's like 2%, 2.5%. It's what we get charged from the exchange. How are taxes done for people who trade? Well, you got to talk to your accountant, but also you got to, like, you know, look at your own laws there wherever you live. I'm from India. Can I open account, use crypto? Well, you can, but if Modi finds out, that's a big problem for you there. You know, that's the whole issue. You got the, like, you know, when you play video games, you cross levels, you kill bosses, and the final boss you get, Modi is the final boss for all India there. That guy has stopped every way you can make money. E-commerce, cryptos, Forex. Yeah, it's crazy. We got 5 minutes left for this candle to close on a 15-minute time frame. We're going to see if we can continue moving up or not. Whatever happened to the Indian bloke, the older guy that used to come on? You know what? I'm going to call him here later on today. He hasn't been on since the new year started. Hello from Romania. You are very good. I can compare you with Daniel Negreanu from poker. Oh, nice. That's way too kind, man. Daniel Negreanu from poker is really, really good. Empire Trading FX. You're not being honest about your broker. You are withholding a lot of information. Well, then don't sign up then. That's all fine. You have a lot more other choices. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, gold is still ranging at this point. Modi wants a self-sufficient country, but that won't work anymore. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm waiting for to see how this candle is going to close here on pound yen. Let's just do fresh. Actually, let's just leave the analysis we have over here. Let's take a look on the 4-hour over here. 4-hour is breaking above this area. If the 4-hour closes above, let's say, you know, 15600, there's a very high possibility the next 4-hour candle can continue up to fill this wick. But at the same time, this is a rejection area at this point. So looking on the 1-hour time frame, we still got clean candles to continue moving up. But that also means that with the start of the new 4-hour candle, we could have price retrace a little bit and then continue moving up. Paul Harris donated £5. Thank you for holding my spoon on the gold trade today. Made a few pips. I'm in GJ longs, fingers and toes crossed. Well. Yeah, looks good, man. 15-minute candle closes bullish. I think we can continue moving up.
Hey, Raja.
Hey, Tito.
If you open up withdrawal method gift cards, you can make people from India able to trade. They get paid in gift cards like the scammers do, and there's no problem.
So to do what the scammers do, withdraw gift cards. Yeah, iTunes gift cards. We can send them gift cards. That's not a bad idea. Hey guys, here's an iTunes gift card. Or here's a Walmart gift card. When you come to Canada, you can use it. Hello, this is Microsoft calling. We have the gift card for you. Oh man.
Hello, Raja.
Hey, how you doing, Albert?
I'm fine, you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, sorry, I have a question. Is a magic key have a setting to show the spread?
No. You can see the spread on your MetaTrader.
Okay.
Yeah. So here, so if you see my screen, you right click on your market watch, and then you click on columns, and then from here you click spread.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you're gonna see spread right here. See, this says 8 points, 2.5. So there you can see the spread.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Ooh, just want to share my Hang Seng 50 trade for today. Let's take a look over here. Oh, nice. Look at that. Clean breakout over here. Ideal scenario happened here. Candle opened up. Candle pushed bullish. Took partial profits right here. Oh, you're right. Nice. You took a buy right over here. What would I have done better? I think should have added more risk when they broke the high. That's correct. But it's also not to say it's Monday. First trade for the week green. Nice. Hong Kong index works the same way as US 30. Very nice. Never knew Hong Kong index had this sort of volume at this time. Nice, beautiful. Also missed the sells over here. So we have this candle closing bullish over here, 15-minute time frame. I'm going to be calling it a day in about 15 minutes, but want to see if the next 15-minute candle continues moving up towards 150,800.
Okay.
Someone said press F10 on MT5 and it shows the spread. I don't know if that's a troll or what, but let me try it over here. Actually, I'm not going to try it. I don't know. I'll wait for someone else to try it. I don't want to press F10. Imagine it wipes all your funds or opens up full margin everywhere.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it. Fucking Gulag, man. Can't trust these guys. Gulag has a bad name.
It sounds like a setup.
Yeah, it sounds like a setup. Oh, it opens up the window with the spreads. Okay, let's try it. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, okay. Nice. It does open up a window. Oh, yeah, right here. You can see on my screen pop-up prices. There's a spread right here. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. So you right click here, you hit columns, and then you can get spread and everything. Nice. This is sick.
You finally take the risk.
Yeah, I finally took the risk. I'm like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So change daily change. Remove maybe the time, and there we go. Yeah, I just got this, got the price and the spread.
Yeah. Because I was using a MT4. That's why. So.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Didn't know this.
Yeah.
Can I open an account from Pakistan? Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry we doubted you, the person in the Gulag. But the reputation is not good for the Gulag, so that's why we were being safe. We were managing our risk. All right. If this 15-minute candle breaks above, oh wow, look at that. If it breaks above this area, I think we're on our way to 15800. And that may be the end of the 4-hour push. End of the 4-hour candle push. Mr. Albert Takaruza from Gulag gave us that tip for today. F10, and it shows you the spreads. Uncle Kerwin, are you risking it for the biscuit below 1775?
No, there's no point for me taking any more trades on gold for now. We're stuck in that range between 1774 and 1770 1780. Like it's a $66 move from there. But until we get a clear break below that level, below the 1730 73, it's gonna be a nice move to the downside. But at this point, my runner is basically just doing the heavy lifting right there. So I'm not taking any more trades.
Why not take 2 trades on GJ buys if we are sure? Well, first of all, there's no we. There's you, me, and everyone else. And if you want to take a buy over here, you can go ahead and take a buy. I'm not taking buys because I'm already done trading for the day. So this is where I'm just, spectating over here to see if it continues moving up or not.
Yeah. And then stop loss obviously must be below this area right here.
Yep.
Yeah. Have a feeling with this 4-hour close, it's going to continue pumping higher.
Yeah, most likely.
Most likely. But GJ took a long time, man. Looks like it's been hanging out with UJ over the weekend.
I mean, for new traders, I agree that gold. Everybody knows that gold moves really violent, so GJ will be the best option to go with. But for me, GJ kind of boring lately. The last week was kind of boring. Basically, if I can get 30, 40 pips on gold on 15 or 30 minutes, man, GJ is gonna take a while to move 30 pips now.
Yeah, that's true. It's been taking there has been like no volume on pound yen, especially during the New York session, like for the past week and a half.
Yeah.
The spread's so high, like 4 pip. This because it's not pro. Yes. If you're on a standard account, you have higher spreads. You're on a pro account, you have lower spreads. Hey Raja, your cap, what is the brand? This is Market Fluidity brand. I think it is mfswag.com. Oh. What was it? Shop MF?
Yeah, Shop MF Swag. Yeah.
Swag.com? Yeah, shopmfswag.com. And then there's another one. This is a new one here. fxmarketgear.com, I guess. Oh yes, I have these hoodies. Really good fitting. The hats here as well. I had to buy these too from Josh. I bought the hoodies and the hats.
Is it possible to get it from the commission? If someone
No.
already have a magic key and
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a completely different vendor.
Yeah, it's a completely different vendor. This guy over here.
Yeah, but the other one, the first one.
No, you can't.
Okay.
25 CAD. These shirts don't shrink at all. They don't shrink. The only problem I have with garments is because they shrink. Shirts shrink, hoodies shrink. They don't shrink at all. Like I bought cheaper shirts and they always shrink. After like 1 or 2 washes, they just shrink. Like a large size turns into a medium. Yeah. What is your MT5 time zone showing? Time zone showing is London closed time zone. It's different than your other regular time zones because of different liquidity providers. Oh, what's this over here? I have a question. It's been 6 months of serious trading and I have realized that trading is 90% mindset and psychology. That's true. Now, when it comes to mindset and technology, what? Technology? One way it's practice, which takes a long time, obviously. Do you think self-help books work? Avoid FOMO, instant reaction, so delicate situation. Yeah, I mean, self-help books, they don't really work. I mean, they'll they'll basically tell you, come on, man. All right, I know who did this, and I'm going to kick you right now. Let me see here. All right. So, I mean, self-help books, they'll basically tell you what you already know, right? About being disciplined and being like, having like a good mindset and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, you really have to force yourself to kind of like, make your own. I mean, the way what I do is I make rules to protect myself from myself. What that means is that I understand that there are only two ways I'm going to lose money: if I overtrade and if I over risk. That's it. And to protect myself from that, I just focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. And also knowing that, okay, so I took a buy earlier on right over here on pound yen on the 5-minute chart. I took a buy right at this point, and I realized that, okay, price, I took a buy in the first 2 minutes of the 1-hour candle, and normally that's not a good trade for me to take. And at the end of the day, you have to realize what you're doing wrong. Once you realize that, it's really easy to close out those bad trades. And I immediately closed out that trade. But if this was me 3 years ago, I would have been holding it because I'm in it. I would have said, oh no, I've already taken this trade. I know this is a bad trade, but for some reason, I'm going to hold it. But now when I look at that, it doesn't make any sense for me to hold that, so it also comes with experience too. So that's why I got rid of the trade, knowing it can go in my direction and also knowing that I'm in a bad position at that time. But self-help books, they can kind of work, but I mean, you have to be very, very diligent in what you're executing on in the markets too. We're about to move up towards 158.00 on pound yen over here. Looks like GA has been moving up over here as well from all the way down. Oh wow. Coming up. This would have been a pretty good idea here too to execute. All right, why didn't, oh, we miss him. Oh, he's going to be back. I entered 10 lots last night by mistake. I wanted to take 2 1 lots. I was sleepy and hit the buy without checking lot size. Lost 500. Lesson learned is don't trade when you're sleepy. Yes. That is true. And for whoever who's in GJ buys at this point, congratulations. You've taken a really, really good buy here for price to move up. From my perspective, how could you have taken a second chance on GJ buys? Oh, it's pretty easy. We even talked about this. Buys over here once you broke the high. Safe stop losses down over here. Pretty good stops below this current candle for price to continue moving bullish. This is a very, very simple idea for price to move up. What we want to see is, are we going to tap 158.00 here or not before the candle close here in about 3 minutes, 4 minutes? We're at 775. Can you get 158.00? But first, do we have 780? Ooh, 787. 787 over here. You took volume into consideration rather than the range? Yes. Oh, 790. Oh, 800. Nice. Beautiful. 158.00 tapped. Oh, and beyond. Wow, crazy. I know guys who are in buys over here on pound yen. Amazing, man. This is amazing here today.
Would have been good to re-enter when it retraced to 150.575. 575 where your orange level's at?
Yeah, but I would have taken a safer buy right over here. 150, okay. 700 area right here. Damn, amazing trade is called here today. Buys on pound yen, sells on gold. Looks like gold is still going to move down with NYSE open in 30 minutes. If it does, it's going to be pretty good too. Damn. GA also ran up over here. Wow.
I wonder if GG can continue to the 151.
Yeah, for sure. The way it's pumping up right now, like a stallion. Oh. Looks like someone's doing Hadouken over there in the background. Holy, this thing is still going. Oh, someone stopped GJ out. Well, then this is the point where you can look at that and say, how could you give your trade a second chance? This was very, very nice. I think London and the region around is best for Forex traders, so we can trade all sessions. Yes, that's true. Very nice, very nice. So for people who took buys on pound yen over here and secured profits, congratulations. Very well done. I think this stream was a very good educational stream here today overall for everybody. We're moving into the start of the new candle over here, and also slowly we're coming into ending the day over here as well. Wow, amazing. In pound yen, first time taking a successful trade. Oh, congratulations. If you can take first time a successful trade, always know this. You can do it over and over and over again.
Hey, Raja.
Hey.
Yeah, so I took the first trade and it was a loss. Then I took a second one and it was a win. But the second one was like with lower risk, so I ended up like break even.
Nice. Should have taken with the same risk too.
Yeah, but like considering it was a Monday, I was a little bit scared. So.
Oh, okay. But it played out really well. Wow, look at that. Damn. About to tap into 151 over here.
I'm not gonna lie, Raja. I took 2 positions on GG.
Beautiful.
I'm 53 pips on 2 positions right now.
Oh, damn. About to tap 151.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Straight up. Wow.
To the moon.
This one, 40,
Wow.
50. And this one right here, 85.
Wow, great.
Yeah, so if you guys remember, we drew the moon. GJ to the moon today. To the moon, went straight up. All right, everybody, take care. I'm going to head off here today.
Later, man.
Yeah, if you guys are going to overtrade with responsibility.
Thank you.
Good day. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Yeah, take care, everybody. Have fun.
See you, fam.
Adios.
Adios.
Adios.